What's going on, everyone? This is your boy AshTheMan, and thank you so much for tuning in. So we are here to talk about ReZero Season 2 Episode 30. Technically is Episode 5 since it's Season 2, but whatever. We are here to talk about this a step forward. So before I go ahead and get started, don't forget to subscribe, follow, hit that like, leave a comment at the bottom, and don't forget I do have donate options. Your boy needs help. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and get started. So a step forward definitely is a continuation for last episode, and last episode of ReZero was really good. Like, I mean, we got a chance to see Subaru really, take a step forward from everything that's been like the start of his grief, because it wasn't just everything going on in this mysterious world that caused him to really kind of like develop sort of like a mental problem. It's so much of like everything that was going on in his past life, but I'm not going to dive deep into that because we're talking about episode 5 here. But however, he was able to overcome that trial. Now the witch agreed, was able to meet him at the end of that trial, which resembles his classroom. She's in a school uniform, and my man Subaru was like, "You look good in that uniform." Threw her off, but I like the compliment, Subaru. You the man for that. But they was able to establish that that he couldn't remember her in the actual world, but when he go through these trials, it end up like in a fictional like time and space to where he actually met this witch agreed. He's able to remember her, and that's due to the contract of her pretty much giving him the knowledge and her taking something in conversation, and that is that he won't remember everything that they talk about. Now he may have fake memories, but he won't remember. So that's a thing to take forward, and don't forget that as we go forward too. So now we get more into the episode. Now as he leaves the first trial, he wakes up next to Amelia, which it shows that she is like having a terrible dream. She wakes up terrified and everything, because this first trial is pretty much like engaging like your past, stuff that you have issue with at the past you have to overcome. And unfortunately, Amelia is not working through it very well. It's things in her past that she has yet to talk about, so we don't know, and it's probably real terrifying for her. So we got to see more of a bonding moment between them, especially when they sitting under the moon and he says, "Hey, don't you want to take that trial again?" She's like, "You can't look at me like that." And he looked at her like that, and she said she's going to do it. But let's not skip past one big thing. Now he got a chance to have a conversation with trying to pronounce his name, Roswell, and Roswell was able to kind of like tell Subaru that he's going to put faith in him, but Subaru wasn't having that. He started asking questions because it's things that he needed to get off the table. Where was you with the witches caught going on? Where was you when this alliance was going on? Amelia needed you, we needed you, people needed you, pretty much. And he even explained, Subaru even asked like, "Hey, look, you knew about this, you had to know. So why did Amelia know? Why did we know? Why couldn't we be prepared?" So this is what he pretty much explains to Subaru. He pretty much knew everything that was going to transpire, and when it was known to the world that she was running for one of the candidates of being the head person of the country when she does select 5. Now, when that happened, pretty much it raised a light eyebrow, because she's half elf, half human, and which they consider to be some type of abomination due to the witches being, a problem to the land. That's a whole nother thing right there. Now, pretty much, if you ever relive, or if you haven't already, please watch season 1, because there was a lot of things that happened towards like the last part of the anime that involves the witch's code. But man, they was doing some fucked up shit, and it goes back into what Subaru was able to do with him like dying and going to a certain part to being able to relive the mistakes and everything. And one of my boys, I want to give a shout out to him too, that piece of shit, Jeff. My boy Jeff was able to kind of explain how he's able to kind of like decipher each of the sections of which Subaru dies and comes back, and he has to make the right choices so that he can move past them days. It pretty much deals with the 7 deadly sins sign, like soft greed and all that stuff. I don't remember how he like selectively picked which one deals with it, but it was pretty accurate due to the saying that it goes with. And I'm not sure what this one have, because that is a thing in this one. But however, now after Amelia pretty much agreed to, take the test, he pretty much convinced the villagers, because there was a problem where people didn't want to leave because they considered sanctuary being safe due to, outsiders, they may get attacked by beasts. But Subaru pretty much convinced them, which took a total of 2 days to convince them that they will be safe once they go to this particular village. So he was able to go back, and I guess he's supposed to be checking on things. And actually, he entered the match and something just doesn't feel right. That pet dragon of his knew something didn't feel right. He said it's going to be okay, but it's not. So towards this, he's walking around the mansion and something just doesn't feel right. These doors is all open. So he's like, oh my God, Ram. So he's running, racing to Ram, and all you just hear him trip over something. It's blood and his intestines out, and he falls to the ground. An old girl that gave him and Amelia the first death has came back. So, and as he dies off, that's where the episode dies off. Now, overall episode was really good. I think ReZero is really standing out to be one of my favorites right now. Fire Force is definitely doing this thing, and I don't want to take anything away from that or God of High School, but ReZero's story is really engaging. It just makes you want to see what's going to happen next. And one of the things that you have to consider where everything's going on is that Subaru dies, and he's going to go back to a certain point, but which one he's going to go back to? It has to be when he makes his presence at the 2-day meeting they have with the leader of the villagers. That's where his presence is going to be known, and where he's going to pretty much wake him back up at to try to make the right choices. Now, what could be the cause of this? What could be the reason why he ended up dead? Well, there's a couple of things. One, Roswell pretty much left a message for Ram to tell Subaru, which is to ask keep on forgetting her name, but the little mage chick that's in the library. He told him to ask, that's what her name is, but Patrice, to give her this message, and everything would change. It says Roswell said ask the question. So that's a particular message that could mean something like a failsafe. Maybe it's something due to, a situation at hand. Again, Roswell has a lot of mysteries, and I think he actually knows what goes on with Subaru, but he's just not really saying anything. But there could be something with him, leading the villagers out. That could be leaning on to something. She could have been hiding amongst the villagers, and he pretty much just led her to there. This lady is really skilled, so it would be like kind of funny that she's been hiding out, plotting and going on to this. Now there is, something. There is something with the one mage chick that gave Amelia the stone and didn't come with her to the sanctuary. I forgot her name too, excuse me. But she could be a huge problem that, could be going on, because they talking about if he had to face her, use this, use that. They're giving him the necessary things to being able to face her. But I'm not sure if that really has something big to do with old girl. That is something also. It could be something that Subaru has to do with Amelia, with him taking her place in the trials. Old boy did say that, like, hey, look, I know you took the trials, I know you did this, you could take her place because she is frightened to death taking these trials, but she's going to go through with it because Subaru made that promise, and they're sort of getting that connection. Subaru, don't blow this up, but that could be something that's going on too. Now, all of those factors could be all that's going on with it, or they couldn't. There could be something else mysteriously going on that Subaru has to do or has to connect the four to really get past this. This is going to be his next big thing. I can't wait to see it, because of course, he's just not going to get on the second try. That's not going to happen. If it does, I will be highly surprised. But nevertheless, I don't think he's going to do it. I think it's going to be so much to where he is going to literally probably die about, I'm calling it about 4 times. I'm gonna give him 4, and you're gonna see him going crazy a little bit with this, because he do not like experiencing that, and he remembers each time he died. That's what's real crazy. But other than that, I know this review is kind of long, and this is my first review for a ReZero episode, and that's why I kind of like went into these details like that, due to the fact that I just want to make sure everybody knows that I'm up to speed with everything, watching season 1, jumping into season 2, and also there is light novels that this is actually based on, with a few alternate routes that they go to kind of stir up the pot a little bit. I'm planning on like looking into them and maybe ordering them because they very sound interesting instead of that one crazy one, but I will be looking into this. But again, thank you guys for definitely tuning in. I definitely appreciate you looking at this review and coming and chilling with me. If you could, so, don't forget to subscribe, like, leave a comment below, and if you could, like I said, I have donate options if you ever want to help your boy out. Everything that gets donated goes towards the channel. It could be towards in a particular game I stream, equipment, whatever. But that's a good gist. And also, don't forget to share this too on all social media platforms. You're gonna see that in the description also. But yeah, you guys have a wonderful one. Tune in next time. I should be streaming a little bit today, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.